welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be answering the question of how to find the right chapter if the chapter you're in is not right for you. This is specifically for members who are part of graduate chapter, but if you're an undergrad and you want to know, you can keep watching this video too. It might help you later. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So before I answer this question, I'm going to say the thing that I always say when you're interested in joining an organization, which is to always do your research on the chapter. Now, to be fair, sometimes you don't see the drama until after you've joined, and I completely understand that. However, when you attend events, when you're showing interest in an organization, you can kind of read people based off of how they interact with each other within the chapter. And if you don't see it until you join, that's okay. We're going to talk about it. So once you've joined an organization or join a particular chapter, what to do if it isn't right for you. Well, from my experience, I personally haven't had the issue of wanting to join another chapter. Well, actually, I'm going to say I haven't. I haven't had the issue of wanting to join another chapter after I've joined the chapter that I've joined. However, I have seen it happen. Let me put it that way. So what typically tends to happen once you're actually in a particular chapter is if you want to leave, you have to transfer. And when you transfer, you have to get permission. From my experience, you have to get permission to transfer into another chapter. That chapter, your host chapter that you're currently in, you have to request permission for them to move you or for them to allow you to go to another chapter. And to do that, you have to be in good financial standing with the chapter that you're currently in, as well as regionally and nationally. So if you're having issues with the chapter that you're currently in and you owe them money, they're not going to let you leave because you can't leave until you pay the money that you owe them. So bear that in mind for when you get ready to leave. Now, how do you go about finding another chapter? It depends on what's available to you. Now, some grad chapters, you can transfer within the vicinity anywhere. Some chapters or some organizations, you have to stay in the chapter in your area because it's in your area. There's no reason for you to go somewhere else unless it's challenging as far as the distance or something like that. Typically, if the chapter is within 30 to 50 miles of you, I believe, then you're zoned for that chapter. It's just like when you go to school. If you're zoned in that school, you have to go to that school if that's the school that you're zoned for. So bear that in mind. But if your organization allows you to go to another chapter, then you have to do your research on what's available. Now that you know the ins and outs of joining an organization, you know what to look for in the chapter that you want to join. So the main thing that I tell people to do is go to the organization's website. Every organization's website has a regional page, and the regional page will share the chapters in that particular region. Now, it could be region in terms of the region, like I'm in the southeastern region, or it could be the region in terms of the state that you're in, or it could be the region in terms of the city that you're in. It just depends on the organization. Some are broken down that far, some are a little more broad. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to do research on what other chapters are in your area, and then you'd have to see if they are open to accepting new members, because sometimes they might not have enough room for you, or sometimes they have other issues going on to where they can't accept people right now. So make sure you bear that in mind. How do you go about getting into that new chapter now that you find it is get to know the chapter members. Your best bet would be to contact the vice president and let them know where you're coming from. Sometimes in my experience with running our chapter social medias, we'll get a lot of people who want to transfer in from other areas, and they'll contact the person who runs the social media because it just goes directly to that person. So they'll message the organization's chapter directly, or they'll message the vice president directly. So message someone directly and let them know what's going on. Let them know that you are interested in transferring into their chapter, and would you be able to meet with someone to talk about your option of transferring, or if you can come to their next event so you can get to know them, things like that. That's something that you can do. And typically that's the first step. Now, once you've done that, you'd have to notify your host chapter when you're ready that you want to move to another chapter. And I say that you always want to leave on a positive note, even if you didn't have a positive experience. Be very professional about it. If you want to send a polite email to the president and let them know that you'll be transferring, that's fine. Always let the executive board know first. I think that is the most professional way of making your exit, would be to let the exec board know first. Even if it's just the president and the vice president, make sure that the people in charge know before the body knows. That's just the most respectful way to do it. So that's what I recommend doing in terms of how you exit. Now, how they gonna take it, I don't really know, because I don't know what your particular situation would be. But you always want to leave on a positive, professional note, because you never know if you might have to come back to that chapter. Sometimes the grass isn't greener on the other side. Sometimes it's not. So make sure that you're always leaving on a positive note, and thank them for the experience. If you join through them, thank them for what they taught you as you came in, and gracefully exit. And then that's how you do that. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, you can always message me. You can always message me directly on my Instagram, or you can message me via my Gmail account. All that information is linked in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions for me that you want me to ask, if you want me to answer this way, feel free to message me anytime. I'm happy to help. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.